Well, hi everybody, and basically welcome back. We're just going to do a few little quickies today. I'm going to plant some peas. You may think it's a little bit early for peas, but they normally sort of come like this, dried at this time of year. And I put these in soak this morning about 10 o'clock, and it's now about 3ish. So it's been about 5 hours, and you see how they've actually sort of swollen up since then. So I'm going to plant these. And we're going to plant these not to grow the plants, but to actually take the tips, the pea tips off of them when they get a little bit bigger. So we'll just show you what we're doing there. So these won't actually go in down the allotment. This is just for growing home. Our use really. Just make a few little holes. Just pop the peas in. And I expect these will be actually up before the end of the week. And we should be harvesting them by next week. So we're only growing these for the pea shoots or the pea tips, which is a bit of a delicacy really. We'll be sowing our main peas later on in the year obviously, but this is just a little quickie. Doesn't need any bottom heat. It's got the heat of the house. Doesn't need the excess light because it's in the conservatory. But I'll give you a shot of these over the next few days just to show you how they're germinating. But so you could just put them in the ground without soaking them, but this is only a couple of hours soaking and it gives it a really big head start. And there we go. So just cover them. Haven't got to be anything posh because you know, they're not going to go outside and stand in the wind and the rain and all the rest of it. They're just going to be on the windowsill. And when they're about 3 inches high, we'll just trim them and they'll sprout again. And we should get two to three cuttings from these, I think. So just sort of cover it over. There we go, and that's that done. Now we could actually just stick a label in saying pea, but we do know these are the peas and that they will be up. But I won't actually put a label in it, although we have got labels here. I've got a number that says peas. But anyway, we know that tray there is going to be peas for pea shoots, and within 2 or 3 weeks they should be up and we'll be eating those. On the next little tray we're going to plant some where have we got them there? Broad beans, because now's the time to buy broad beans, and this is the right time of year for these. Just get them out of the packet, easier said than done. This is just to give a little bit of a head start really, because if you put them down your allotment you do find times that the mice get in there, they eat the seeds or they just don't germinate properly or something happens to them anyway. I'll cut that off there instead. There we go. This is the same sort of thing. You can start them off in here and you can just pick the tips out if you want. Do that 2 or 3 times and it will regrow again and just keep regrowing, and then like eventually you can just plant them down your allotment. Now I haven't soaked these seeds as you can see, but if you want to soak them they'll benefit from a soak, if you don't they won't. And there's nothing like an early broad bean really, is it? It's sort of like start of the year, isn't it? You know, one of the first crops to get going. Four. There you go, roughly 4 in each. Now, I will water these in, and I will give these a label because I'm planting other stuff. But once again, I'm going to be starting off having these for the actual shoots to start with, and then I'll take that a couple of times, and then I'll just plant them down your allotment, and they can grow on them really. So I will mark these ones. These are Voglietto, which is a winter sown variety. That pen doesn't work, that's good. Voglietto, there we go. Right, so that's good. Now I'm going to plant some lettuces as well. Once again, like, these are these all year round lettuce, plant them any time you like, really good stuff. They sort of come in a big growers pack, there's thousands of seeds in there. So I've just sorted a few out into a smaller packet to make it a bit easier to handle really. And I'm going to be planting these into this little tray here. But lettuce, once again, super easy to grow. This time of year doesn't need light because you want the seed to grow. All you need is a bit of heat from the house, you know, ambient heat. It doesn't need to be in a little grow frame or anything like that. Once obviously the shoots do come out, then we might have to put a grow light on here, otherwise they grow a bit long and leggy for us. So I'm going to put a couple in each pot, and that's more than enough to start within the year with really. Let's put some in there instead. There we go. And if they all come up, that's far too many anyway. We'll be pricking them out, we'll be all over the place. So I'll just pop them back in there, and those back in there. I will actually label these because these are all year round mulch seeds. Just a little sprinkle over the top, nothing too heavy. There you go. So just leave that on the table here. The light from outside is more than enough, and the actual heat in the conservatory is more than enough to get these plants off and going. So we've done that one, we've done that. We're going to plant some, what can you plant this time of year? Onions. Basil, all sorts of herbs you can plant this time of year. Oregon, some celeriac, all sorts of herbs. You might even plant some cress. Ever so easy to plant cress, everyone loves cress. This off a container. And you could just bit of kitchen towel in the bottom if you wanted, just sprinkle some over the kitchen towel. And obviously once again this will be up within days, and we'll be eating it within a week or two. There you go, that's more than enough to start with really. And that just needs a little bit of a water, and that will be done. Now is it worth actually writing down that's cress? I mean I know it's cress, and you're supposed to label it, so we'll put one in which says it's cress. Ever so simple. Obviously they are going to need a little bit of water here later on, but we'll do that afterwards, get it out of the way. Next thing now I'm going to plant a few early cabbages. Not too many mind, because it is early, and we've still got lots of cabbages and Brussels sprouts down the allotment, but they will be coming to an end, and this is going to sort of give us a little gap really. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 10 at the most is more than enough actually. And I'm only going to try and plant 2 in each cell, because you're only wasting seed otherwise, and they're going to have to be pricked out anyway. We'll put 3 in that one, 2 in that one, 2 in that one, 3 in that one, 3 in that one, alright, maybe 3 a cell, 2 in that one, only 1 in that one, there you go. Now I think that's more than enough early cabbage to start with. And this is a Greyhound, very super variety. Okay. So some indoors, January, February, March, April, May, or outdoors, March, April, May. So I mean this is the right time, going by the instructions, to sow this indoors. Okay, once again, it doesn't need a propagator, just a general ambient heat of the house. Doesn't need anything else, any extra light or anything, but when the leaves come up we may have to put it under a grow light, or make sure there's no, I mean this is right by the conservatory window here, so this is going to be fine, but I do tend to lean a little bit the plants if there's not enough daylight. But we'll watch out for that later on. I will definitely actually label this one, because we've got a few different seeds going in here. I'll be planting some onions later on, but not today I don't think. So this is Greyhound. Cabbage. Okay. I might struggle the other day trying to get some plant labels. I went down to my local shop and all they had was a pack of 10 of these, so I had to buy 10. And obviously we got some of these left over from last year, but they've been written on one side. So that's really not good. So I had to order some off the internet last night. Tesco's haven't got any in stock. The other little side shops haven't got any, but obviously it's a bit early for that sort of stuff. Right, so we've done that and we've done that one. Now I'm going to plant some radish. I mean you can't go wrong with radish really at any time of the year. And once again this is another quick crop. It will be up before you know it. I think I'll plant the radish in here. Move that one out of the way for a sec. Once again, another quick crop. I think I'm going to plant 4 or 5 per plot. Just push them in. A little sprinkle. And also you know radish, it'll be up before you know it, and we'll be eating this in a couple of weeks. Well, maybe a month. I'll just put them ones back in because it's a little bit too early to put them out on the ground yet. But this is just giving us a head start, because once they actually come out of the ground, we will then sow a second set. When they come up we'll sow another set. So sort of continuously cropping. Don't forget to put a label on that one. This is breakfast radish, by the way. Breakfast radish. Lovely. We'll move that one out of the way. Or we can bring this one back in now. Now, let's have a look, see. Well, that's celeriac. I mean, that's a real, takes a long time to grow celeriac. And we can plant it January, February, March, April, and harvest it October, November. So this is nearly all year this is going to take. Actually, maybe we won't plant celeriac because I'll just open the top. And I must have opened the bottom at some point and used it last year. Okay, we won't plant that one this year then. Alright then, what about this one? Broccoli we can sow this time of year. So, January, February, March. Okay. Good. So this one's still intact. Okay, 10 plants will do for now. So try to get one in each, but we always end up with 2 or 3, and we can always prick them out afterwards. But once again, it doesn't need to go in a properator. Just on the conservatory here, warmth of the house is more than enough for it. Put them back in there. Until the seeds actually come above the ground. And if you find they're starting to lean into the window, you need to put them into a grow light. Or some kind of additional light, really. Just cover that over. I've dropped my pen somewhere. I'll have to get another one. Okay, this is purple sprouting broccoli. Okay, so that's in. Good. So going by the packet, we should be harvesting these in June with a bit of luck. So that's not too long, is it really? Right. I will actually put these ones back in the packet. Because I will be saying these, I expect directly down the allotment later in the year. Now, peppers. Everyone loves peppers, don't they, really? I mean, you can't go wrong with a nice sweet pepper. And these are the big long red ones. So I'm going to plant, I think 2 in a tray maybe, to start with. Because we will be planting some of these later on as well. But this is just to get them going, really. I'll put them in this bag here. There we go, got it. Where's my little dibbery thing on? There we go. So once we just make a little hole. You're only looking to put 2, 3 at the very most. It doesn't want to be hardly depth at all, these, you know, just under the surface. Nice bright colour seed, aren't they? Don't waste any. It drops one, never mind that do. Right, just the finest of cover here. Because these do need light to germinate. And obviously the heat of the house is more than enough. You don't need to go in a propagator, even though they are peppers. And we will put a little label on there. I've got a sweet pepper label there somewhere from last year. Oh, there you go. 10 sweet peppers, and there we go. What we got from last year we can put in there. Would have been celeriac, but I must have used that packet. Okay. I think we'll go for a bit of red leaf basil. Plant all the way through the year, and you can harvest it all the way through the year. That don't want to come out, was it? Well, basically, well, they're quite fine seeds there, aren't they? So it's really just a fine little sprinkling. So we should get quite a few little plants there. Just the tiniest of covering of the soil. Another label. This is red leaf basil. And there we go. So we've put greyhound cabbage, purple sprouted broccoli, sweet peppers, red leaf basil. We've sown some all-round lettuce, we've sown some cress, we've got some broad beans, breakfast radish, and we've sown some peas which will be growing for shoots. Well, welcome back everybody. We'll just keep you up form with this, and obviously now we're into January, there'll be lots more seeds to plant, lots of stuff to do. Got to finish clearing the greenhouse out. I've got cabbages out there which need transplanting to go into the allotment. They're about 2.5 inches high at the moment. I've got a couple left in the greenhouse from last year that they need potting on. I've got some cabbage plants around there which are about that big, so they need some potting on and going down into the allotment. And we have got to get down the allotment. We've got masses of Brussels sprouts and cabbages and all sorts of stuff to pick down there. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.